Picture of me cracks me up.
It's a good one. Yeah, I'm just seeing if we went live on the page.
Oh.
We try to troubleshoot this ridiculousness between StreamYard and Facebook, but we're live. Just don't see it on the page, and our shit doesn't get shared out. So,
Well, that's an easy fix, I think.
is it?
Yeah, I think we could just share it right to the feed. Of course, everything takes a lot longer when you're live and already talking. Well, it is midday. It is midweek, and you are right here.
Right here on Wednesday Live. Hi, Leanne. We'll say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not live, right? It's not showing, so
it's not. It should. Try again.
The whole program is effed up. Thank you to Facebook and StreamYard.
Okay. Well, he's a little bit on the pessimistic side right now. Everybody,
did you share it,
I did share it.
Okay, so
I did.
Now I can see it.
And so did Russ. So thank you, Russ, for that. But it is midweek, and it is cold. Is everybody like freaking chilly? It is like I had to go out this morning, and I'm not usually leaving first thing in the morning, and it was -4, and that is just ridiculous. This is ridiculous times right now.
It is cold. My hands hurt when I go outside.
Yeah. So cold. But let's say hi to everybody, because that is why we are here. We are here because of each and every one of them. And of course, we have the one, the only, the usually first Stacy Talledge, Professor T, with us right here. Hello to you, Stace. I know he's got crazy weather, I believe, down there in New Orleans. They've got some crazy weather.
Yes, they do.
Like, what the hell? Miss Sandy Love. Sandy Love. There you go. Sandy Love, Sandy Pickle. There you are. It's because she has Hey Love. How are you doing today? I'm still a little bit under the weather, still fighting it a little bit, but let's see if I can perk up. You guys always make me feel so much better. Big Daddy Andy. Big Daddy Andy was one of the ticket purchasers on Monday.
That's right.
For the Maine Paranormal and Horror Convention, which is September 6th and 7th, right there in Augusta, Maine. He and Danny both purchased their tickets, and they're going to be receiving some cool merch. But we have one ticket left, folks. One ticket left. That if somebody purchases during this live, you will get a piece of Get Haunted merch. It is the Get Haunted and Paranormally Blonde Made Me Do It Devil hoodie. So that is the piece of merch up for grabs. So if you haven't, you can head right over to the Maine Paranormal and Horror Convention, and we'll get that banner up for you here shortly so you can see where to purchase those tickets. So congratulations to you, Big Daddy Andy. Stephen Kometz, Digging Deeper Paranormal. How the heck are you doing, Stephen Kometz? And of course, the other ticket purchaser, Miss Danny Marie. There she is. We're like, Danny, do you want a piece of Get Haunted merch? She didn't want that. She's got it all. Paranormal Nut coming in. Is that Sean Geekus? Is that Sean Geekus with us today? How are you doing, Sean? I hope you are. Are you guys catching their show? Because their after show is pretty freaking cool. If you guys aren't, number one, if you haven't subscribed to Paranormal Nut Podcast, go do that over on YouTube. Please go give them a subscribe. But also check out their show every other Thursday. Paranormal Nut gets on there and they do their after show. So great content, and then so cool to watch them. They're the nicest guys. They're funny, they're informative, and you get to ask them questions right there in real time after you premiere their show on YouTube. Yeah, I see the love fest going on over there. We see you. There's Russ Stiver. How are you? We are good, Russ, trying to stay warm. I hope you're staying warm. Ugh. Yeah, I'm still under the weather. Whatever this virus is, it is nuts. It is nuts. Miss Leanne, the Black Wolf Paranormal. Leanne Eskew, there she is. How are you? Beautiful. We hope you are doing fine. Courtney Peterson, the fantastic and fabulous sharer, supporter, and of course the podcast program manager that apparently is all fucked up and falling to shit, Courtney. So be on standby.
We're canceling it. Everybody better get unemployment ready because I'm over this shit.
Damien Smith coming in from Scotland. How are you, Damien? I had to think about that. I don't know why now I can't get Ireland out of my mind. It's crazy. It's nuts.
Because Ian did his accent.
It
That
could be. Yeah. Did you guys happen to catch Compass of Curiosities this past Monday at 9 p.m. with they had Danny as their guest. And Ian went full on Irish. And yeah, now I can't get that out of my head. It's kind of crazy. Icy Spirits. There's the beautiful and the talented Miss Icy Spirits. I hope you're good. And I can't wait to hear. How was your Cash Town weekend? Did you have a great time? Did you get anything crazy? Was there something that was profound that really stuck out as far as
and
I
did
don't know.
Jeremy miss me? That's the biggest question.
I did tell her to give
One of
Jeremy
my
a hug and a hello from me. And I wondered if maybe my two friends there came out to see Icy. I feel like they would like Icy Spirit. So I don't know. I'm curious how that's all going. Thomas Folger, Phantasm, Paranormal Adventures in the house. How are you doing, Thomas? I hope you're so good today. Let's see. Kaylee. Hello, Kaylee. How are you doing with your beautiful steely blue hair? I hope you are enjoying your color. I love hair days. Hair days are the best days. Mark Brown. Mark Brown, keep him warm. He is complaining about the crazy
Yeah,
southern.
his little dusting.
He doesn't like it. He don't like
Atlanta shuts down. All of Georgia shuts down when there's snow. It's bad.
it. Well, I get it. They don't know how to. They don't know how to react in it. It's not
Good enough.
easy. Stacy.
Equipment, nothing.
Uh, so yeah, there you go. So hello to all of you. And okay, there's Mike Cronin, Two Brothers Extreme. Hello, Mike. So it is Wednesday. Yeah, here we are.
I got Sarah all screwed up. I'm a little ornery today.
Well, I guess it's good that it's you and not me today. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we got to change things up a little.
You got to keep everybody guessing. He's a little down. He's a little out of it. He's a little pessimistic right now.
It's just everything's a struggle trying to get the shows thing drives me crazy. Because we can't really troubleshoot it because when you don't like Facebook gives you no support. StreamYard is just like talking to a fucking wall.
Because you are.
And then everyone just complains, but there's no real troubleshooting happening. I just don't know what to do with it. I love doing the shows and I love having them, but we got our backs against the wall in a lot of cases, and I just don't know what to do, right? Because it just takes up time.
Well, it is a lot of work, and I think that for the podcast program, look, if something doesn't work, it doesn't work, and that's okay. Yeah, I'm a little. I would be sad to see us have to disperse.
We get rid of it. I just don't know what to do. Like I don't know how to fix the problems. Why isn't this going live? Why isn't this showing live right now?
Yeah.
In the past, so as long as we created an event, it worked. It's odd to me.
Yeah, there seems to be a disconnection between, and yes, Damien, we can do a little bit of a rundown of some events coming up. There seems to be a disconnection between creating the event and getting the event to go live on the actual feed. The events do get created, but then it says it's waiting to be set up. So there is definitely, I think StreamYard has been messing with something. This is not a Get Haunted issue. StreamYard has, see, it just said it. StreamYard has lost access to your Facebook account, Get Haunted.
See?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. And I did create the show. So, it wouldn't be the first time that something that I created was the thing that was having issues for Rob. That's usually how that works.
Yeah. I just don't know what else to do.
Thank you, Courtney. So to whoever might want to buy a ticket today to the main paranormal and horror Paracon or convention, September 6th and 7th, if you do that during this live, you will be up for the Get Haunted and Paranormally One Made Me Do It double hoodie. So get that ticket purchased so you can have that hoodie. And we have somebody in the background. Bam!
Boom.
It's danger.
It's the danger mouse.
He
Going on?
just
Lost
gave.
it again.
He's like, hi. Danger.
No
I
warning.
tried to go. I tried to go to your Danger's Design website to get that crew neck, and there's nothing there to buy.
Because it's not for sale. I was gonna make one special for you.
Oh, you were, and then that just
Yeah.
it's just over. What are you raising your hand for, Rob?
I'm just testing because it says we lost connection, but it's still live.
Yeah, and that it's done it twice now to me. It's come up twice. Weird, right?
It's super weird.
It's so weird. It's so weird. And we don't want you guys to not have your shows to watch all week, but listen, you know what? Sometimes shit just doesn't work. All right, we have danger here. Why do we got danger here?
We got the danger in the house.
I don't know.
Well,
I was
I
given
asked-
24 hours notice. I didn't need to.
I gave you notice yesterday.
24 hours. Imagine
It's
that.
24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. No, so we have the shutters.
Real quick, before we jump into that, I just want to let everybody know that the calendars are in production, and as soon as I get them back, they will be shipping.
Did I buy one?
What's that?
Did I buy one?
I don't know. Maybe.
I might have. I need a calendar of myself. Yes, so we have Shadows and Shutters event on February 22nd. We sold some tickets. And I realized as I'm looking at the banner, right, that it just says photo shoot. So I don't know if people understand like how creative your creative ass is, right? But what can we expect when we do a danger photo shoot?
It'll be fully clothed, so that's good, right?
God damn it.
Yeah. We are gonna have a lot of props there. My expertise is, I do a lot of like location shoots. I can do like dark photography. I do like, of course, like family photography. I can do anything. What's great about what we're doing on the 22nd is we have access to a full photo studio. So like, studio grade lighting, backdrops, all sorts of stuff. So if you want, a spooky photo, if you don't want a spooky, if you want to do a silly photo, I have like 3 different bays we can use. So it'll be all great. Right. And I want to set up, maybe we set up like a backdrop too, and do like a selfie station, right, for the people that are waiting.
So we've all witnessed your Photoshop skills, right? So are you going to make us look spooky? Like I know we're going to bring the skulls down. Mm-hmm. We're going to let people pose with the Get Haunted skulls, real human skulls.
Yeah. So I mean, like, right. So we can do raw photos. I don't mind, editing photos and stuff, which I'm gonna do. It's not going to be on the spot. I can offer raw photos on the spot.
Right.
And they'll be good. They'll be great photos. I also, like a lot of people that go to events, and the event promoters ask for headshots, right? Or, and people are often like just sending selfies or low res photos. I offer these images up for people to submit for themselves, like, make yourself, promotable and marketable, right? So we're gonna make everyone look good. I can do touch-ups, I can do anything you need, right? So I made Rob look really good. So if I can do that, I can make anyone look
it's not easy.
Really good.
You can straighten out my foot.
Yes, I could absolutely I can give you 2 left feet if you want, right?
Thank you.
We can do that.
Okay.
Give you Forrest Gump braces if you want, you know what I mean? We'll go all out.
I love it.
So we're going to replace, this is Sarah's usual photo.
Yes.
We're going to replace that on the 25th.
Right. Are you going to be there, Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I am
We're going to take
there.
like professional. I actually have a professional headshot station. So we're going to take professional headshots. Marshall, the guy who actually owns the two floors, I believe he's going to be there as well. So, he's amazing photographer. I take classes with him, and he's actually like upped my game a ton. I just recently at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital and Harriman Hospital over this long weekend. 24 hours of driving, just driving,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So it's 12 hours there, 12 hours back. It was brutal. But I really got to implement a lot of the things that I've learned, you know, working with him. And I got to tell you, this last shoot that I did for Beacon at those two locations were, I mean, just blew everything out of the water that I used to do, man. And I wasn't horrible before. Like I was good before,
Mhm.
right? And my pictures are great. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, just next level, you know, just next level.
But what I saw looked really good. Like what
Yeah.
you've posted so far, they all
Mhm.
look fantastic. You have a very great knack of catching people. Even if I can't tell that they're posing. I feel like you talk to them and then you start snapping pictures or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. And you know what? Oftentimes when people start posing is when things get
Yeah, I know.
weird, right? And like it just looks awkward. And I like to catch people.
Uh-huh.
It's interesting because sometimes when you talk to people, you're like, man, I wish you could see yourself through my eyes, right?
Mhm,
And I
mhm,
like to capture that for people,
mhm.
that you're seeing yourself how I see you, right? And
Right.
how I'm capturing you. And in a lot of ways, it's just in its most natural, organic environment.
Yeah.
And people are just, they're like, holy shit, I never knew, right? Because you're
Yeah.
often posing and, you know, trying to do the up shots and stuff like that. And it's, yeah, right. You have the duck lips, you know what I mean? For sure. And, but I like to be able to capture you. You know, for instance, I did you know, just a quick headshot shoot, 5 minutes, right? With Val,
Mhm,
Vince's girlfriend, for she wanted to put like a bio for a website, right? And she's like, I always hate pictures of myself, and
mhm.
I get that a lot from especially women. Like, I hate taking pictures of myself. I hate seeing pictures of myself. But the way I was able to capture her, like just naturally, she's like, I fucking love it. I can't believe that you were
Aw.
able to capture that, right? And it's just very natural and
Mhm.
not staged, but we're gonna have a lot of fun, I think, with this photo shoot in this haunted location,
Yeah.
right? And people are already gonna be freaking out, and it's gonna be really, it's gonna be awesome, man. You know, the setup.
Well, so everybody knows what we're talking about. February 22nd is our kickoff event for the 2025 season for Get Hunted. And we will be there with, of course, Mr. Michael Castro at the Red Men's Hall in Mount Holly, New Jersey. You can get your tickets through extremeticketing.com. If you go there, you can find that event and grab your ticket. And because this is a little bit of a different, this is like, to me, it seems like, and I haven't been there obviously, but this seems like a little bit more of an intimate situation, and it's not going to be a typical investigation, or at least not a Get Haunted public event investigation. So I think what we're offering here, and it being so generous with Danger coming in and doing this with us, because it is a photo studio, it is loaded with history, by the way,
Oh,
loaded with some
yeah.
crazy history. You know, you're going to be able to really, I think, it's going to be a good gathering and get together, and it's a great way to kick off the season. But I also think, you know, Danny's going to be there, and you can learn some tarot skills. I think this is a great location to like hone in on some stuff, right? Not just hone in on these amazing pictures that Mike's going to take of you, but like hone in on some techniques, really, you know.
Mhm.
And I know we're gonna pass the baton, you know, and Get Haunted. You are the investigator. You investigate with us. We don't investigate in front of you. But this time, I believe we're going to pass that baton right to you and let you lead the group yourself, with your technique of choice, and see what kind of history speaks back. Am I correct on that, Rob?
Yeah. And, you know, so coming into the season, I wanted something cool. I wanted something a little different,
Hmm.
to walk away with photos, right? What's the one thing we always all talk about after an event? It's like, we didn't get any photos. We didn't do a group photo. We
Hmm.
didn't do that. It's like, I wish we did.
Hmm.
So I'm like, it couldn't, you couldn't ask for something cooler, right? To jump into the season with. The history there is ridiculous. There's mob stuff. There's um, Native American stuff. The guy that runs it, who I got to talk to when I was down there with Mike,
Hmm.
um, they've got stories, right? I mean, it
Oh,
was a casino, it was all kinds of. And one of his stories, and I'm not going to share it here. He can share it at the event. Is almost unbelievable, right? It's you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you're almost like, no way, but dude's not lying. I mean, he
No.
certainly doesn't look like
No.
he's lying. So it is. It's two big, wide open floors. We set up as a fudo studio. A fudo studio.
Oh, he's drinking or something. Day drinking. I don't
Fudo
know.
studio.
He's over here making Asian jokes again.
That was not an Asian joke.
Listen, you like squinted your eyes when you did that. I saw it.
It's going to be cool.
Photo studio. Photo studio. I saw it, man.
Stop.
Canceled.
Keep trying.
We tried.
It's going to be different. It's going to be fun. Hey, Sparky. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get to hang out with all of us, which is the most fun thing ever. And it's in a really historic location. It's like late 1800s. This building's seen a lot of stuff. So there's books about it on Amazon. The mafia ties are pretty wild. It's just cool.
Yeah.
And there's like a dispensary downstairs, so it smells like weed a little bit, especially when you're walking through the hallway.
Yeah. Oh, there's a dispensary, and then there's like a recording studio for, so there's like rap music, you know.
Yeah. Oh, we might weave that in. Maybe we'll do a music video then.
Yeah.
Right?
Turn my headphones up.
Yeah.
Turn my DR60 up.
Yeah. Sorry, you're all jagged.
I know.
You know. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited to get moving again. A few months off is tough. It's tough. I mean, I was at New Egypt just last month, which was really good. Did you see that video, Mike?
No.
Yeah, Sarah just posted it yesterday.
Okay.
But the Paranormal Nut guys did a promo video. It's really good.
Oh, nice.
Really good. So yeah, so I just wanted people to understand what to expect from Dangerous Designs.
Yeah.
and his-
Yeah. So listen, I maybe put things in perspective, right? Normally for, headshot photo shoots or edited photos that I do, it's like normally $300, a pop, right? And I'm going to do all this stuff for free, right? So you're getting like,
thought he was about to hit me with a bill.
yeah, I'm going to send a Rob the invoice after the fact. But no, I it helps me, right? One, it helps me get a little bit better. Different people, different subjects, right? And I definitely want to throw in some really cool shit, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Cool. Yeah, and you were just on the road. I know you went to a couple locations.
Yeah, those were interesting. Walking around those places by yourself, 4 floors of just emptiness, man. You're right. And it was just there were some spooky spots, but yeah, it was really cool though.
Cool, man. Yeah, so February 22nd, folks. That's a 222 day right there, Redmond's Hall in Mount Holly, New Jersey. There's we're gonna have like little snacks and finger foods. 2 floors, spooky photo shoot with Danger.
Yeah, and it's right also next to the historic downtown Mount Holly. It's if it's not too cold out, right? It'd be a really cool place to just walk, take photos of your own, right? So there's a ton of history. It's down the street from the Mount Holly jail, right? That's super haunted as well. So, show up early, walk around, great food nearby, right? Yeah, it's a great historic town.
Do they do investigations at the Mount Holly jail?
They do investigations at the Mount Holly jail. Yes.
Okay.
And you can they just renovated a lot of it, so you can actually go and reserve it for yourself for the night. It's really cool. It's a really cool experience to do that. But then there's also the downtown Mount Holly, Robin's Nest, which is a great restaurant, but it's also like supposedly super haunted. You've got some like witch shops, you know, down Main Street. You've got, you know, antique stores. There's a bunch of, and they're all like historic, in the historic homes and buildings down there that are, I mean, they're all supposed to be very haunted.
And why is Mount Holly? What is the history of Mount Holly itself that lends itself to be so haunted?
Yeah, so that's a great question. It's been around, you know, for as Mount Holly for a long time. I actually write about it in this issue of Ghosted magazine that just released. So we can go into further detail.
Oh, I can just read it.
Yeah, read it.
Okay, all right.
Jeez.
No, Mount Holly's got a lot of history. Mount Holly has a lot of history. I believe at one point it was like a staging, like a stagecoach stopping point.
Oh,
So it's and it's really sad, the gentrification that's going on. They're tearing down like a lot of the stuff back there to try and build like low income housing homes and stuff. But yeah, it's just a really cool spot. So enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
You never know when they're gonna, you know, pull the trigger on that and just tear everything down.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited. Just about a month away, literally a month away. Look at that. Today's 122. Literally a month away. There's a few tickets left. Come hang out with us, and get your face photographed. Be beautiful.
Oh yeah. That's how I see it.
He does that.
I see you.
He does that while he's filming. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, I just can't. I am just so blown away with Rob's energy coming off right now. Like, he's
I know. I don't know what to do.
energetic, and like I'm usually I play off him.
Yeah, I want to take a nap. You know.
Usually I play off him a little bit, but it's like I'm having a hard time here today. Like,
okay, we can end the show right now if you want.
Oh
shit. I thought I was being. You're not talking. I'm talking. All right. Well, Mike, welcome.
Hey, it's good to be here.
Wednesday Live. Yeah. So get your asses there. There's a few tickets left. I don't even know how many. I will look. But after that, what else do we have? Sarah Jane.
As far as events, well, let's go over a few of them. We have, of course, New Egypt will be following up March 1st, another Mike Castro sort of famous location. That one, I'll tell you what, I have not yet made it to New Egypt. I'm looking forward to spending some time inside there, but I just haven't heard one person come out of New Egypt yet and go, eh. Everybody's like, yikes, like pretty crazy things. And the basement gets some pretty high marks for very intriguing and interesting evidence. Doors closing, balls rolling off of like ledges on
demand. That's in the attic, right? Yeah. Yep. So the attic is attic and the basement to me are like, you know, the two top spots, but they just added this exhibit that's going to be there for the remainder of the year. Sure. And it's the doll room, right? So it's just, they got a ton of dolls from, you know, a local estate, and they're putting them all up for display. And now, it used to be the vice president of the Historical Society would, you know, go in there once a week, make sure everything was clean, you know, get ready for tours and stuff. And now she won't go in it all by herself. Yeah, there has to be somebody else there. Right? So
was it that these dolls from the estate, they were being sold or given away because they have issues, or they were just...
No, not that I know of. I know that they were just, you know, given to the Historical Society. I would love to talk to the people that donated them. However, I believe that the original owners of it have passed. And now it's, you know, I guess the relatives kind of just gave it over to the Historical Society.
Okay.
Right, but there's a ton of other, you know, history in the house itself and of the house itself. But there's a lot of like exhibits and stuff in there. Last time, the last group, I got to pull out a piece of the Hindenburg for
Yeah,
everyone to pass around. Right.
it's
So
ridiculous. Like you saw the photos, like this is just big. Looks like it should be heavy. It's like literally like the weight of your phone.
it's
Yeah.
very light. Yeah.
It's incredibly light, big piece of aircraft, aluminum, I would assume.
Mhm.
And yeah, like literally holding a piece of the Hindenburg was like, it's insane. So yeah, everybody was kind of blown away by that. The doll room is wild. There's a couple dolls in there that seem to want to talk, man. Like we got some weird EVPs. When Paranormal Theory filmed, they got a name, and it sounds like on this recording gave that same name. Ryan was standing there like, "Oh, I knew it." It was funny, but yeah, the dolls are kind of creep show.
Mike, how long have you been a part of New
Going on 3 years now.
and how long have they been doing paranormal investigations?
About 2.
And have you noticed, since more investigators coming in and more people doing different techniques and practices, do you feel it's energized the location?
For me, it's interesting because every time we have a group come through or investigators come in, it's never it was just real quiet, it's
Mhm.
never that. It's always like, holy shit, and just the experiences that people have and that they've shared. I would say that there have been more. I
Mhm.
wouldn't call it like amplified, but I would say that they're making themselves more known, right? And in different parts of the house. Before, for me, it was just the basement that used to, just freak me out, man. And then the attic, we've caught stuff in the attic too, but like there's just some things now where I hear about it, I'm like, wow, man,
Mhm.
that's interesting.
So
Yeah,
with Jimmy McCartney doing that video from Paranormal Nut, he took drone footage. Um, I didn't realize sort of, I don't know what I was picturing maybe surrounding New Egypt
Mhm.
Historical Museum. However, it's it's sort of hanging out there in some property. What about the property surrounding it? Like, does it have any, I don't know, any tales of cryptids or UFOs, or besides the drones that you caught, right? But like anything else that might be attached to the land itself?
No, I know that we've investigated behind the barn, which we're trying to get into the barn, right, behind it. And when the home was leased to the historical society for 100 years, the barn wasn't attached to that. The superintendent of the school system is in charge of that. We've got everyone has written on, gave us a go ahead on it except for the superintendent, right, to go in there. But the original property is where the courthouse sits, is
Okay.
where the barn is. It's past the barns where the soccer fields are. I mean, it's huge, right?
Yeah.
Um, I know that we've had a few prominent, we've had some psychics. I'm iffy on it, but I'm skeptical. But I'm open minded to it. But we've
Yeah.
had people point out that behind the barn there's something buried back there, right? And I've
yeah.
had like
So
3 different people tell me about
Oh.
that. Yeah.
I I went outside. It was late. I don't know what time it was. Maybe right around midnight. I went outside, smoked a cigarette, and I'm standing there. And so the barn's off to the left. I'm just facing like out, looking at nothing, smoking. And I hear like it sounded like somebody threw a 2x4. I heard like wood get tossed, right? And I'm like, I called Mike. I'm like, dude, I messaged him. I'm like, you awake? He's like, yeah. So I called him. I'm like, oh man, like I think there's somebody in there. Like something got thrown in that
Mhm.
barn. And I'm like, and there was a white pickup truck inside of the fence. But then it was there. I mean, it was just there the whole time. It was supposed to
Yeah.
be there. But I was like, I was spooked, like, because you don't know, but there was no way in. I walked down, and I looked around. I didn't see shit, no lights, nothing, but it sounded like a big ass piece of wood got just tossed.
Yeah, so there's a ton of stories about, in the barn, right? That there's like a lot of activity because there's like this loft area that overlooks like the wide open space. And they say it's that loft area up there where people have, kind of been pushed a little bit, right? So I'm really anxious to get in there. It's one place that I haven't been.
Yeah.
And, but there are a couple other locations in New Egypt that I'm currently working on, getting access to. One I already have access to, but it's very small, you know, maybe like, a couple people I could take there.
Yeah.
Nowhere near like 10 or 12, right? But it's really cool. No, so EVPs, yes, there have been some EVPs and there have been some, DR60 recordings.
Whoa.
And
Sparky, I got one of the
there's
best.
definitely motion sensors going off, REM pod activity, K2 activity.
Things
But
move.
it's right, but it's so if you just remove like the whole tool aspect of it, right, using equipment, there has been shadows, disembodied voices that you audibly hear with your ears, right? You see things, and I mean, it's insane.
Yeah. Look, and you can go watch Paranormal Theories video. It's linked at the bottom of our ticketing page. I don't know how many times I've been there now, 5, 6, maybe. There's like every time something happens, like we would just be talking right downstairs, getting ready, and you'll hear somebody coming down the freaking stairs in this place. Yeah, we're live. You'll hear people walking. I've seen things there. Someone else, when we were there, we did a birthday party. That's one of the places I like to do birthday parties. Myself and this lady, there was a bunch of us upstairs, but we were both on the wall that would allow us to look into that back room. We had somebody sitting there in a chair, and we both saw this figure kind of looking at us from this other side of the wall. I freaked. That place is different. Yeah, it's subtle but not subtle. Sometimes Mike's been scratched there badly, like really bad.
Yeah, we've had a few people get touched there, right? So, and scratched down the back, pushed down the stairs to the basement, right? Held from coming back up the stairs to the main floor. We've had multiple instances of things like that happening.
So, Danger, I know you're very, I think, what's the word? I just had word loss. Like you're tough when it comes
He's
to
discerning.
the evidence.
He's
Yeah,
very
you're discerning. You are.
Mhm.
You definitely hold evidence to a very high standard.
Mhm.
And I know that, because you've been a part of this location, you said for 3 years, do you find that the paranormal experiences that are shared, does it seem to lend itself to the actual history of the location? Like, does this location hold some darker history?
Not that I know of, right? And there is a binder there where you can read, the handoff of who's owned the house, who've stayed in the house. We've had, because we do like regular history tours during the day, and we've had people that used to live there come
Okay.
and do the history tour, right? I mean, they're obviously a little bit older now, but they would themselves say, when I was a kid, I would sleep in this room, and I would get kept up at night because I would hear chains underneath the bed, right?
Okay.
And right, they would see things. And so, and that's happened on 2 occasions. And, both of the people that have come through have both lived in the home at separate times in their life. And they had very similar stories, right? Now, I'm very, very skeptical, right? I'm very skeptical. Anybody that knows me knows this. I'm very skeptical. And I don't like to, when new investigators come through, even when old investigators come through that are very experienced on the location and have been there many times, I don't like to tell my experiences. I don't like to tell them other people's experiences in the location. I want them to experience it themselves.
Right.
Right. And at the end of the night, if they have questions or we want to compare,
Yeah.
right? What other people have seen or felt or heard. I'm more than willing to sit down there with them and talk to them about that. But I really like to have people just experience it for themselves. I don't promote the location like,
Mhm.
oh, it's the most haunted place. I don't do that. I want people to just, come through, experience it, right? That's what it's really there for. I'm not there to I don't make any money on this thing. When people come through event companies, they put the money right in the box. I don't touch it.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. Um,
And then don't forget, if you forget one time, you were never forgiven.
well, it's not me, right?
Mhm.
The historical society is ran by 15 80-year-old women that will
Don't.
not let me forget, and they don't forget that Rob forgot once, right? A year ago. Like,
Well,
remember that? Do you remember that one time that can you just make sure that? And I'm like, I got it, you know. And so
hilarious.
I pass it along, and then
Yes.
they don't even check the box for like a week, right? So there'll be just money sitting in there for like a week, and then and and they'll call me every day that week. Did he remember? Did he remember to do that? You
He
know?
even brought me an envelope.
Yeah, absolutely.
He brought me
Right.
the envelope last. He's like, here, use this. I'm like, "Oh."
Put it in there. I have to see you do it so I can
Yeah.
let you know.
You're being held accountable. I get it. I get
No, I
it.
get
Right,
it.
right.
I've always paid. At
And
one
you
time,
listen, and you know what? It goes to a great cause. They the upkeep for the location obviously
yeah.
is just getting more and more. They were able to install air conditioning, right, for this next season of investigations and tours. So there's air conditioning now on the second floor and the first floor, so it's a lot more comfortable. We're able to put oil in the tank for the
Yeah.
heat. And it's nice and warm when you get in there. We got running water. We now have Wi-Fi and electric. So all the money, right? I mean, it's great. It helps them. There's new coat of paint on the side. Um, it's very, it goes to a great cause, and I'm really happy that I've been able to, facilitate that for them. And
No, it it is. It's one of my favorite locations. It's not that I always look for an easy night, but it's one of those. It's an easy night, right? Because it's New Egypt, and you're like, something's gonna happen. I know something's gonna happen. The birthday party that we did, it was mostly younger kids, like they were like 21. I was really worried about how that shit was gonna go. But man, they were like, this is ridiculous. One girl's
right.
like FaceTiming with her mom, showing off the place. It was really cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, what I like, um, I love getting the feedback right afterwards. Like, "Oh, I've been to these, they'll just start rattling off like locations that they've investigated, and they're like, this by far is, it's crazy because it's so unassuming when you
Yeah,
see it from the outside. It's so unassuming, and then when you walk in, and every different room has a different feel to it,
yeah,
man,
it
and
does.
it's just it's insane, right? And I love just seeing people's faces when they walk into the rooms on the second floor or the basement or the attic, right? And when you see it and you're like, oh, all right, let's go to the second floor. Oh, we got to go up one more floor to the third floor. And like, holy shit, there's a third floor, right? And then or all the way down to the basement, and it's just a totally different feel, totally different vibe, and just I love it.
The basement's wicked. It's
Yeah.
wicked. But the attic, I don't know. I haven't figured the attic out yet. How to work it the right way. The basement, I got down pat. That
Yeah,
part's easy.
the
Attic's
attic
like,
is interesting because it's two different spots in
yeah,
the attic, right?
yeah,
There's the regular, and it didn't used to be an attic. It was like a loft. There was no wall closing it off, right?
Mhm.
Before. And that's a newer addition. Maybe like in the last 20 years, they put that wall up. But when you go in there, there's like a hole in the brick where the old window used to be looking out. And you can now walk through that, and we have chairs set up in there to do like sessions in there, but both sides of it are totally different.
yeah.
It's
It is.
crazy. Yeah.
It's almost like, and when I saw that, whatever the hell I saw, it was from sort of like that, the other side, like when you first
Mhm.
come in. So it's almost like that side is a viewing area, and then all this crazy shit happens through that hall.
Right.
It's pretty
Right.
wild, at least for me. So no, New Egypt's great. So yeah, if you are jonesing and you're in the area, come down. It's
Yeah.
so PR. I'm going to call you PRT, Paranormal Roundtable. I had a bunch of guests up there. We had a birthday party going on. I think our second. Now it's a service that we offer, right? So if you're looking for something different for a birthday party, and you're kind of local to this area at least, or to New Jersey, I would say, let's do New Egypt. So that's what we did. So I had everybody up there. The mom, one of the kids' dads, and I stuck the dad in that chair in the scary side,
yeah.
right? And he was sitting there. And we were just doing our thing, and we're doing EVPs and talking, and he started feeling it first, right? He's like, man, I'm not feeling good about this. So we're like, all right, cool, like good. That's what this is supposed to be. And so I was sitting with my back to the wall looking. We had the ball up on the. I haven't experienced the ball yet. I know Danny on the side has, and a bunch of other people. So I'm waiting for that ball to go, right? I'm like, come on, give me the ball. And I'm just watching, and he's talking about not feeling great. And I see this grayish figure. It was taller and gray, just kind of, lean out from that. I did Scooby Doo. I just started, my feet started going because I knew but there's nobody else in there. And the mom, who was to my right, she also, so she's like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, so of course, there were like 4 other people, but they were on the other side of the room from us, so they couldn't see it. So they were all upset, but it kind of leaned out, and but it was slow. It wasn't even like, it was just one of the weirdest things. So I was done after that. He said he felt really uncomfortable. He felt really cold. He felt a shift in the room. I did go back up later with the kids, and we did an EVP session. We did the yes no box was going on. There was a lot of cool things. But later, then when they all went off on their own, they were coming back. There are some weird kind of common themes that seem to happen in that location too, that I won't talk about here, because I want people, if they're going to have that experience, I want them to experience it independently. But there seems to be a theme now for me, and Mike shits on the DR60 a lot, but last year I was down in the basement and I got a recording. And for those that aren't part of our Patreon, you missed a really cool session last night where I show you how I process EVPs. But anyway, so I got this voice, and I got home and I'm listening to it, like, what's that say? What does that say? Hey, how are you? And finally I figured it out. I understood what it said, and it's a very odd and different nickname. Right? So I asked Mike, I sent Mike a message. I'm like, hey, does this name mean anything? He's like, where the F did you get that? I'm like, it's on the EVP. I sent it over. He did hear it, and then I think he let the old ladies talk him out of it. The older ladies talk him out of hearing it. And then while we were there, Mike, Ryan asked about what he might look like. And I remembered you sent me that photo. I do have to send it back, because Ryan kind of called a piece of that too, because he got some kind of weird flash image. But
nice.
If you guys on the side knew that name, you would literally have to pull it out of your ass sideways. Right. Like, it's just the least common thing. Hey, Phantasm.
Yeah, I remember we were in the basement, and he, pulled that thing out, the DR60 out, and he was like, okay, say peanut butter, right? and then when he played it back, it didn't say peanut butter. It said, "This is stupid." You remember that?
It did. Oh. Yeah, that's my first, and it's probably that same guy, because he's like, no, I want to say my weird name.
Yeah, right.
Sparky's working up a debate here.
Sparky. Better audio and room coverage. Bring Sparky ass. Bring his ass on here. We'll talk about it. No, I think they both serve very different purposes. Sparky. The biggest problem, and Mike has written shitty articles about the DR60. The biggest problem
opinion pieces
with the DR60 isn't so much the 60 as it is the way some people use it. They don't use it properly. It's the settings have to be right. This is Rob's.
You have to tilt your head sideways at 40.
Rob's opinion. Okay. I just think a lot of people don't. And I know I've witnessed some people, there's the box setting on that thing. And if you dial that wheel in to just where it's in and out of box, you get that stupid screaming man sound that people are like, oh my God, it's not what it is. Last night during our workshop from the Shanley Hotel, Sarah, you hear that woman, right? You hear.
I do.
There is a female voice. Yes, Sparky, you have to tilt your head at 13 degrees. But I do think they both serve very, very different purposes, right? The DR60, and you're right, it's not for room coverage because it's just a nightmare. But I like short burst sessions anyway. So, yeah, that's why I have two of them, and I am the EVP king.
I know what I got. I got two of them.
Well, that is New Egypt. And guys, that is March 1st. And you can also get your tickets on, of course, extremeticketing.com. Then we have another new location. We're really excited. For 2025, we are bringing a couple really cool new locations to us and to you. So not just Redmond's Hall, but we have Broadwell Funeral Home in Felicity, Ohio. Super excited about that one. I have always personally, and it sounds, I'm sure, I don't know how respectful it sounds, but for some reason, not that prisons and jails aren't interesting, but something about exploring a funeral home really has me intrigued. So I'm excited. This one comes with some pretty high praises as well. So I'm excited about that location, and that is March 15th. So if anybody is near or around the Felicity, Ohio area, come join us.
I don't even know where that is.
It's closer to Cincinnati. So that one's down. Not across, but down. Yep, that one's definitely
an old funeral home. It's kind of creep show.
Yeah, it's in your pictures, like what you did to these, kind of like I felt like they gave a good vibe. But that one definitely has some interesting, some history and some interesting experiences that people have shared. Austin Maynard, when I said I was looking forward to getting in on that one, he said then that's my favorite location.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that. March is kind of full. We've got the 1st, New Egypt, the 15th, Broadwell, and March 29th, Old Franklin County Jail. That one's in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. So if you're local to that area as well, go check it out. We have that one. What else?
Mike, you have another podcast to be on, don't you?
Yeah, 3.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. I didn't know.
You want me to stop?
I'm busy today. I'm all booked up.
Sarah. I didn't want to hold him up.
No, well, I mean, we've got all sorts of things. If you go to extremeticketing.com, all our events are listed out for 2025 with a few extras that are going to get in there that we're working on right now. So seriously, keep checking back because we've got a couple big announcements that we're pretty excited about. And I know Danger knows. He knows. I can't imagine how people on the side are not going to be so excited for some of these things coming up that we haven't released yet. So we've got February, March pretty much covered. And then April's looking like it's going to be pretty exciting as well. And we've got big things coming up with the Maine Paranormal and Horror Convention, Augustus, Maine, September 6th and 7th. And of course, the Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo. That is October 4th in Rock Island, Illinois. That one is soon because I'm telling you that one is going to be. I called it earlier and I'm sticking with it. Fastest growing Midwest Paracon. It's happening, folks. We've got the Warren Occult Museum coming in for a visit. We have Empty Casket Talking Board Museum coming in for a visit. We have Chris Smith bringing in his amazing talent of an audio immersive paranormal experience. You don't want to miss that. That one's free. So is the Empty Casket Talking Board Museum. We have Patty Negri coming in with a midnight seance. We have 3 gallery readings, one Friday night, 2 on Saturday. We have the VIP investigation with Get Haunted and Friends. I mean, it just keeps building, folks. Things are happening, workshops, panels, speaking engagements. It's all there, and it is going to be a fantastic opportunity for everyone to work together. Right, Thomas? Like, there's just something about, I don't know, and I feel guilty saying it, but there's just something about a funeral home, I think, that just seems intriguing to me.
You shouldn't feel guilty. I mean, it's a natural curiosity in this field, right? It's like walking through a cemetery, if you ask me.
Probably. I mean, just the emotions and can you imagine? I've always wondered this about a funeral home because funerals, I've always believed this, right? Death doesn't bring out always the best in us. So can you imagine some of the stories that have been told inside some of those funeral homes? Am I frozen now?
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, yeah. I mean, people just sharing and reminiscing stories and whatnot. I mean,
how about secrets? How about like some of the things that people have shared about the person who has passed? I mean, can you imagine some of the things that have truly been said? Death does not bring out the best in us. It just doesn't.
No. Did I ever? I think I told you my story, right? When I was in corporate America, actually making money, everybody had a funeral to, somebody in somebody's family died, you got to go. So there was this one guy lost somebody, I think his mom, right? So they're like, you got to go. I'm like, I hate wakes. I hate all that. So I'm like, okay, I go, I drive, make the drive. I get to the funeral home. I walk in. I sit down in the back row. Right? I don't do the caskets. I don't walk up.
Mhm.
Even my own dad, I couldn't do it. Right? So I'm in the back, in the back row. And there were a few people that I saw turn and look at me. And I'm like, sitting there. And I'm like, man, something isn't right here. Right? And then the pastor gets up, starts talking, and I'm like, all right. And he's like, so-and-so and brother, whatever his name, whoever the dead guy's name was, I'm in the wrong friggin' service. It's not funny because then what do you do? Right? So I'm sitting there now, I'm like, oh my God. Now I know why people are looking at me. They're like, who the hell is this guy? God. So I did. I gave it like 5 more minutes, and I kind of like just put my head down, wiped a fake tear away, and got up and left. And
You get your acting skills.
for months, they were probably like, "Who the fuck was that guy at Mom's wake?"
They were like,
Dad's wake. It was supposed to be female, and it was some guy. So anyway, yeah.
Big dark secret. I'm telling you, people. I mean, if you've lost anybody in your own family, have you ever sat in on either the luncheon or a dinner afterwards, and you just hear what people start sharing, and you're like, who didn't like who, and what secret somebody was holding for you, or a whole nother life. I mean, I just know from my own experience, right? You meet people, and you're like, how did I not know about you? This is weird. So I just think it will be an interesting exploration. I'm excited about it. Yeah.
Well, there you go, kids. So that's what we got coming up soon. There is a big announcement coming.
Mhm.
The next, hopefully, day or so. Oh, Leo. Next day or so. Leo's excited about it too.
Yeah. It's a good one.
So keep your antennae up.
Mhm. Yeah. All right. Well, you can get all your ticketing needs done right there on extremeticketing.com. And if you're looking to sell your event or place a store, guess what? We got you covered. So go hang out and look at extremeticketing.com. Check it out, how beautiful it looks. If you've got any questions, you can reach out to Rob or myself, and we'll get you guys all the information you need right there. Look at that. I mean, and it gives you your own web page, and it's such an amazing tool. So if you are somebody that does events, it doesn't even have to be paranormal, but of course that's what we do. So you're going to see a lot of paranormal on there. But if you have events that you like to sell, check this out as an option. There are also advertising opportunities right there at the top banner. So if you're looking to have a location, an event, or a show, or something, a product, if you would like that, you can have some space right there. That will be, look at that, Ghosted Magazine. I think Paranormally Blonde's up there. Hey, Ron Yacovetti, how are you doing? So yeah, we've got lots and lots of opportunities for everybody here in the community to get out there and do what you do best and to share it throughout the community. So with that, Rob, is there anything else, Danger, anything else you would like to say before we say goodbye?
No. Looking forward to seeing everybody on the 22nd of next month.
Yeah.
Be there. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ron got a Staticom peanut butter.
He did. And you weren't even in the room yet.
No, I was in. I just walked in and I sat down. They got it. They got it.
Yeah, they did.
Made a video about it. But yeah, so yeah, extreme ticketing, man, we'll save you some money. You know?
What is that talk? What is that? What is that like? What is that?
I'm just appealing to everybody.
Okay.
It's my southern thing.
Okay.
Trying to get Ernie Pack up in here.
Machine Gun Stackowitz.
Yeah, that's me.
We didn't even see the packs today. Where the heck are they today?
Yeah, where are they?
Oh.
They had they might have water pipe issues.
Oh no, that's not good. All right. Well, that is midweek, guys. It is Wednesday. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. Tonight, Haunted Casket has the packs on, actually. If the packs are good, they will be on tonight with Trevor and with Bill Bryan. So please tune into that at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then, of course, following at 11:05 p.m. Eastern Time is the fantastic and fabulous Greg Bakken, Ghost Box Radio. He's had some great guests this week. Check it out. There's Rob's condom. And
I've had this one for 42 years. It's not extra small, Mike. Stop it. No, but don't forget about our Valentine's Day specials, guys. We're running out of time to get you your Valentine's shirt, mug, and
well, don't you can't sell that one now.
Yeah, no, it's not.
This is the try on.
It's called the setup. That's what that is.
Did you say the try on?
Yeah, this is just to make sure. Okay, that comes with instructions and everything. It's right there. Okay. Practice safe ghost hunting and safe everything, people.
Especially on those Valentine babies or STDs. Really, you want to make sure you're safe.
Yeah, I'd rather. I don't know which I'd rather have.
Okay.
I don't know. But if you go to gethaunted.com, you can pick up. There is the Home Alone. There is the romantic. Get romantic.
No, yeah, it's the Home Alone package, which is just one shirt, one mug, no condom. You don't need it. Then there's the Get Romantic package, which is 2 shirts, 2 mugs, 1 condom. Mm-hmm. And then there's the Get Freaky package, which is 3 shirts, 3 mugs, 2 condoms.
Because I guess it's a Devils Get Freaky.
Just saying. Mm-hmm. And it's all available for $69.
Teacher is never amused. He's just not amused with your antics.
I'm just thinking that the marketing for the the single one, right? The Home Alone package should have some like get haunted lotion or something.
Well, stop. Now I told him to take that
and-
off. I had him
Maybe
take
take
that
it
all
out.
off.
and or you can name it something else, right?
I had him take off the lotion and tissues. Danger. There was no reason to,
Stoke the
And
fires.
dry docking is not fun, right?
Yeah, bro. Shit.
We're all adults here. Yeah, so that's where you can find your Valentine gift. You know you're going to want those great t-shirts. You can mix and match your designs as well. Your t-shirt doesn't have to match your mug. Doesn't have to.
That's right. Sometimes. No, that's the marketing. I'm digging that. When the shirt doesn't match the mug.
That's it.
That's it.
There it is.
Go. 3 different styles you can mix and match. Enjoy yourself. It is Valentine's. Celebrate a little bit. Yeah. So go get that now so we can get those shipped out to you before Valentine's Day. All right. Well, with that, fellas, it's been a little over an hour. I'm sure people need to get back to work. I know we do. So with that, you know what we always say? We see you. We do. Oh my God. Thank you for being the good in the community. And we appreciate you. And we certainly love you. And go out and do something good. I don't know. Give a shout out to somebody you normally wouldn't. Be kind to somebody. Throw a compliment. That's all we're asking. Bye, Phantasm. And with that, we're going to let you get back to work. Seriously, Robert. Shut up, Danger. So with
we
that,
see you.
and with that,
do it again.
Stop it. Enough with that. Oh my God. Okay, I got to get these boys, I guess, to their nap.
I got to eat something.
Cookies, so
that's my problem. I didn't eat. All I had today was wonton soup.
Okay. Well, with that, everybody have a fantastic day, gentlemen. Thank you, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.